Hi, it's Shahara. Welcome back to my channel, to the Witchy Reader. So I am, this is going to be a reading vlog for the next week of the Summer Splash Readathon, and I was just on reading sprints. It's like 11:58 p.m. on the 10th, or just, it's 59 now. It's Sunday, and start of the new sprint, our new new week, and I just finished the sprint. So I finished my book, The Necromancer, Book 4, and Secrets of shoot, my hair. Okay. Um, Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel. I finished it. Yay! And oh my gosh, that ending was intense. That ending was I don't even know how to put it into words, especially not to have to explain how I feel without spoiling it. But I did start the next book of the series, The Warlock. I read the first 10 chapters, so I'm on chapter 11 now, page 67. So I got a great deal into it, thankfully. So I'm very excited to read more of this and read the next. So the Necromancer was, I crossed off the prompt, read a book with yellow on the cover, and then this is going to be for read a childhood favorite, and then the Enchantress, which is the last book in the series, is going to be for read a book entirely set in the summer. And yeah, so that's my plan, and I'm very excited to finish the series because I've been enjoying it a lot, as I've said on my channel as I've been reading it. But that is all for this update. I will come back at you the next time I get some reading done and let you know how my reading is going. See you then. Hey, so it is the 11th, 10:09 p.m. I did a lot of reading this morning. Um, I don't, I am now 66% through the book, The Warlock. So yay. Um, and I do plan on finishing it sometime tonight. It may not be till after midnight, because I'll probably be up kind of late tonight, because I kind of slept all day. But, so I will try to finish it tonight, hopefully sometime tonight. I don't have that much left. I'm 66% through, so over half. And I am really into it, so I can't wait to find out more that happens, because oh my gosh, so much is going on. And it's just insane. Okay. I definitely highly recommend this, especially if you like really fast-paced and action-packed and magic, then definitely. And if you like something with like very little romance, very little romance. I mean, there's two couples on here, but we barely get any like romantic scenes between the two couples. And I mean, one of them was only got reunited last book because they were kind of, you know, separated for the first three books. So, if you like all those things, then definitely check the series out. I am having a blast. I've been rating each book 5 stars. This book will be no exception. Um, so yeah, and I'm very excited to finish it. And yesterday I finished The Necromancer, which I said in my last, no, did I say I finished in my last vlog? I think so. But I forgot to say that it crossed for the prompt it crossed off was read a book with yellow on the cover. This one will be read a childhood favorite, because I did read this series once when I was younger, but I remember zero things about it. So it's like reading it for the first time. But yeah, so I'm having a blast reading this, and I can't wait to finish it and then read the last book in the series, which is after this one. And that will be crossing off the prompt for read a book set entirely in the summer. So yeah, I will come back with another update soon. Hey, it is 6:34 a.m. on the 12th, and I have finished The Warlock, Book 5 in the Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel. And the ending, I I don't want to spoil anything. That makes this very hard because I'm not great at not spoiling. Um, let's just say there's a major plot twist at the end of this book. Well, there's a major plot twist at the beginning of this book, and then at the end again. But I mean, honestly, the ending, because of the plot twist at the beginning of the book, the ending isn't probably isn't as big as it would have without the other plot twist. But at the same time, you didn't see it turn out this way, if that makes any sense at all. If you've read the series, I'm sure you understand. Um, but wow. I do feel like this book wasn't as fast paced as the first four, because the first four was like extremely fast paced. You barely ever had time to slow down and catch your breath. This book, there's a lot more of not I wouldn't say not doing anything, because like the series, they're always doing something. Um, but it's just I feel like it wasn't as fast paced as the others in the series. But I feel like the sixth book is gonna be very fast paced just because there's a lot that has to happen and so much is going on from where I left it off at. And um and in this book I feel like there was more explaining that had to be done in chunks rather than sprinkled in here and there like the rest of the books. But it was still exceptional and I still rated it 5 stars. It is probably my least favorite in the series. Um but it's still an amazing book, amazing read, a definite 5 stars. So I definitely highly recommend this series for anyone who loves magic and fantasy and fast paced and action packed and very little romance and a lot to do with sibling dynamics and ancient mythology and stuff because there's some of that. I mean, like Danny Talus is mentioned a lot, and finally in the sixth book they're traveling back to Danny Talus, and Danny Talus is what they call the lost city of Atlantis. That's what these ancient people call it. And yeah, so there's some mythology and stuff. And it's really good, and I definitely highly uh recommend the series. Um, and I need to read a third book because I don't know if I'm gonna start it right this moment. I mean, I think I'm gonna rest for a bit, but I will probably start it sometime today just because I want to get a crack at it. And oh my gosh, a lot happened, and I want to find out what's gonna happen next. But I mean, like I said, I have read the series once, but it was so long ago, and it was just the once that I remember pretty much zero. Like when I decided to reread this, the only thing I remembered was okay. What I remembered when I decided to reread the series was the fact that the twin dynamic between Sophie and Josh was very important and was a theme throughout. It was, and I remember Nicholas and Perenelle, and the fact that they've been on the run from John Dee. I didn't remember his name, but I remembered someone was pretty much after them for what they were holding in their possession, which is a book that his masters want that they've been sworn to keep a secret. And the twins are part of this prophecy, and Nicholas and Perenelle have to try to, help them through it or whatever. Um, but yeah, there's not much. I basically just remember the overall story arc. I didn't remember like any details or anything. But oh my gosh, so much happened. But the prompt this crossed off for the Summer Splash Readathon was read a childhood favorite because I did read this once and I did really enjoy it. Apparently, I'm enjoying it more now than I did when I first read it because on Goodreads I originally rated it 4 stars. All 6 books I rated 4 stars. Um, I still enjoyed it obviously, but I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm just enjoying it more now than I did even then, even though I still enjoyed it. I don't know, because now I'm switching to 5 stars after I read each book because they're 5 star material. They're just exceptional and I absolutely love them. But yeah, um, and so I'm gonna be reading book 6 soon, which will be for the prompt. Read a book set entirely in the summer, because this entire series is set in the summer. At the very beginning of summer, it's like early June, and yeah, so this will be exciting. And the sixth book is also the biggest out of all of them. I mean, it's um each book is around this much, like a little bit less than 400 pages. Like this one is 376. The one before it, I think, was like 380. So like all of them are around this, but the sixth book is bigger, as you can tell. A good portion bigger, actually. I wonder how many pages this book is. Now I'm curious. 509. Oh wow, this is like over 100 pages and longer than the rest. Probably because they had a lot more to do and to say and to to finish this series up. Um, since this is the last book in the series, there's a lot they needed to cover, and there's like many characters in this series. I mean, at first, the first book, there's not very many characters. Like in the first book, the only real characters you really get into that are really important are Sophie, Josh, Nicholas Paranel, the villain, John Dee, and you do meet Scathach pretty quickly because Nicholas goes to her for help. But yeah, but then as time goes on, you meet a lot more characters, and a lot of them are become very important. I mean, there's a lot of characters that are trying to save the world right now, and there's several that's even destroying them because you meet more and more villains as well. So there's like a huge cast. So there's like a lot going on. It's kind of chaotic, but in the best way possible. But the back of this book says, San Francisco, Nicholas and Perenelle Flamel have one day left to live and one job left to do. They must defend San Francisco. The monsters gathered on Alcatraz Island have been released and are heading toward the city. If they are not stopped, they will destroy everyone and everything in their path. But even with the help of two of the greatest warriors from history and myth, will the sorcerers and the legendary alchemists be able to defend the city, or is it the beginning of the end for the human race? Danny Talus. Sophie and Josh Newman traveled 10,000 years in the past to Danny Talus when they followed Dr. John Dee and Virginia Dare, and it's on this legendary island that the battle for the world begins and ends. Scathach, Prometheus, Palamedes, Shakespeare, Saint Germain, and Joan of Arc are also on the island, and no one is sure what or who the twins will be fighting for. Today the battle for the world will be won or lost, but will the twins of legend stand together, or will they stand apart, one to save the world and one to destroy it? Dun dun dun. But like I said, there's some historic things on here, some legends and stuff. I mean, there's William Shakespeare's a main character now. So is Joan of Arc. They were introduced in book 2, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was book 2. Yeah, because it would have been before Scathach got injured and you thought she was dead. Yeah, so book 2 they were introduced. And yeah, so and then there's Alcatraz, and yeah, there's just a lot, and it's very interesting and very good, and I am so in love with this series, and I definitely highly recommend it. But I'll be starting this one soon. There's 509 pages, jeez. Um, but I've read more than that. I definitely won't be finishing it today though. I have writing sprints tonight. I've already done some writing this morning. Wrote like 1,400 some words today already. And I'll be doing more writing tonight. Before the writing sprints, I'll probably try to get in some reading, maybe do 100, maybe even 200 pages, see how much I can actually get done. I don't know if I could read 200 pages, but I'll try. We'll see how much I can read today before the sprints. Well, yeah, but we're also doing the sprints earlier today than we usually do them, so maybe not. I don't know. It'll also depend on my mood if I'm even in a huge reading mood. I do want to read at least 100 pages. Like that much I know. I want to read at least 100 pages and get started in this book. So yeah, that'd be fun. Um but that is all for the moment. I will come back at you soon with more updates on how my reading's going. I'll try to, if I remember, I will try to give you another update before my sprint starts and let you know how well I did and if I actually did any more reading today like I had planned. Until then. So I have been reading a lot this morning. It's 11:51 a.m. on the 14th. Haven't read much last couple of days, but I'm reading a lot in the morning. I started this book today, and I'm already almost halfway. Like, I'm really into it this morning. I'm on chapter 31, page 210. These chapters are really small, and there's like 509 pages, so there's like 79 chapters plus an epilogue. So, because they have short chapters. But, so much is going on with this book. I'm just can't even process half of it, I swear. But it looks like twins are gonna go rogue. Like, in this book, I mean, it's not really a spoiler because they legit say it in the synopsis of the last book, but nobody knows who the twins are gonna fight for. If they're gonna fight for which side they're gonna fight for, because at this point you don't even know which side is the right side anymore. Like, seriously. So it's all just very all over the place, and no one knows who they're even gonna fight for at this point, and they don't even know who they're gonna fight for at this point, because like it's just all very complicated, and I can't get into the complications without saying some pretty major spoilers you don't even find out until the very end of book 5. So yeah, not gonna do that. But I highly recommend this series because, oh my god, just so much is going on and I don't even know anymore. But I'm very interested. I really want to see the twins go rogue from these two people. Like I said, that's part of the big spoiler, so I'm not going to say it. But I really, really want to them to go rogue against him. Like, I was just waiting for that moment. But like, so much is going on because apparently I'm tired. Uh, I mean, there's some people, Nicholas Paranel and a few other people that you've already met at this point, are defending San Francisco from a bunch of, ancient creatures that are being released by the bad guys. And um, then there's Scatbatch, Joan of Arc, William Shakespeare, Palomedes. I have no idea how to pronounce his name. Um, and all back in time. They're all back in time. And Sylvie and Josh are back in time as well, but the others don't know that they have reached back in time yet. Like, they don't know that they have time traveled back there as well yet. So, like, there's a lot of characters, a lot of different storylines that are all connected, and it's just all very chaotic, but I'm loving every second of it, and I highly, highly recommend this series. It's very fast paced and action packed, as I've explained, and just so much is always going on. Like, especially later on, like in the first book, there's not, I mean, in in the first book, it's not as chaotic because half the characters that are on here haven't been introduced in the first book. Like in the first book, the only characters we're really that aware of are Sophie, Josh, Nicholas, Paranel, and Dee. Was the main bad guy, the first bad guy we got introduced to. So yeah, I mean the first book was mostly of them, and and we only really had to deal with Nicholas and the twins doing whatever they're doing, and then Dee and Paranel, because Paranel was his captive at the time. So yeah, that's not really a spoiler because that happens in like the very first or second chapter. Like, it happens at the very beginning of the book. She gets kidnapped. Somebody still have a book, right? But yeah, like I said, so much is going on and it's very chaotic. Like, every book there are new characters being introduced. Scathatch. I forgot Scathatch. She was introduced pretty early on in book 1, so she was a character as well. And she joined Nicholas. I'm twins pretty early. She's also my favorite character. Um, but yeah, like every book you get introduced to new characters and it's just very chaotic. But I love the chaos. But yeah, I definitely highly recommend. It has me on the edge of my seat. Jeez, I'm tired. So yeah, I'll do you again tomorrow. I probably will finish this book today, honestly. Like, I'm that into it. I'll be very, very surprised if I don't finish it today. But yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later. Hi. So I am now on page 275, chapter 41. I I did want to read longer and more, but I'm going to take a little break because I am really tired and I need to take a little nap. It's 12:41 p.m. I didn't sleep at all last night, so I'm tired. I want to take a nap. um, but I do hope to get more done today, and I think I can still finish it if I don't take too long of a nap. I do have reading sprints tonight, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna read at the reading sprints. I really want to get some writing done as well. I guess it'll just depend on my mood. If I'm not in the mood to write at all today, then I might just wait and write till tomorrow because I then I'll have finished my book anyway. So um or my and the, and the book will be and the series will be finished. But I don't know. Depending, I honestly don't know if I'm gonna read or write during the sprints. Like I said, it just depends. But I do want to finish this soon. I'm really tired and really need to take a nap. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Um, so yeah, just I'll update you guys and I'll definitely let you guys know if I end up reading and writing during the sprints. So I'll talk to you guys later. I have not read the last couple of days, and this vlog was actually supposed to come out yesterday, but I got busy and I completely forgot. So I'm gonna get this ready to come out now, today, and yeah, I haven't read much the last couple of days, but I plan to read today. I wrote a lot yesterday, and I hope to write again today, but I do hope to at least finish my book, The Enchantress. Because I would have finished it before, but then I took a nap that one day, and so I didn't do it that day, and then yesterday I just didn't do it. So yeah, but I will talk to you guys later. So please like and subscribe and comment how your reading went, and until next time.